Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's look got colourful again and I'm so happy. Like, this took me so long, the skin as well in this video, so you guys have a lovely long video to watch. Before you watch the video, go grab some snacks, get a cup of tea, a drink, chill, relax. If you guys want to see how I created this entire full face, then please keep on watching. I posted on my Instagram a little poll questionnaire of like what kind of colours you guys want to see in eyeshadow look. So, you know, I had like little hearts, and from the last time I checked it was a purpley pink and orange toned colour eyeshadow look. So today that's what we're going to do. I'm also going to be doing my skin in this video. I've got an updated routine now, so I thought I'll show you guys what I'm doing with my makeup, what products I'm using and how I'm applying it as well. But first we're going to start off with eyes. I usually would go with my eyes first unless it's like an easier look to blend into the skin. I'm going to go in with the Peel Louise base in the shade number 3. A staple product in my makeup routine. If you haven't got it, go and get it. A lot of the time you guys hear me referring to putting it on my metal palette. This is literally a one I got off from Amazon. I can leave it in the description for you guys. I'm going to show you guys how much I put on this now. I've had this product for months on end. It's £10, it's 15 mils, but you really don't need that much. Literally, I take like a pea-sized, like that. So I always change the brush that I carve my brows with. I always use this brush for patting the Peel Louise base on my lids. The brush that I'm using to pack all over the lid is this Beauty Bay Iconic brush. You want to use a fluffy brush as it will help apply the product a whole lot better. It'll be more seamless, it's easier to blend. However, I am using the PC51 from Peaches and Cream to carve the brows. As you can see, I'm just taking the tip of the brush and all I do is just draw a line under the brow. I'll go in again on the side of the brush just to make sure that it's all smooth and that there's no excess. Then I go in with my fluffy brush and I just take it on the side of the brush, just a little part of it like that, pack that onto the lid. I usually start in the center, work it up and then bring it in and then bring it out, just tapping it in, because you want to press the product into your skin. The eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using today is the Peel Louise Secret Center palette. As you can see, I have it on screen. I'm doing a little bit of new editing that I learned. So here is the palette. First brush I'm going to use is the Peaches and Cream PC22 brush, which is this like small flat brush. I always talk about this brush, I always use it. I'm going to go in with the shade Love Shy for my first shade, and I'm going to take it on the side of the brush. So all I'm going to do is hold the brush close to the bristles and pack that shade on the outer corner. And I'm going to keep going over the same spot until I'm happy with the pigmentation. And I'm taking it in a diagonal line. So where my crease is, I'm just taking that shade above the natural crease and then I'm going to bring it round into the inner corner. And because this brush is fluffy, it creates a natural blend before I go in and blend it even more. Fluffy brushes are your best friend when it comes to eyeshadow, as they just blend straight into your skin. And once I finish applying the shade, I'm going to go in with the same brush. So you're just going to tap off any excess that you have on that brush and then just soften those edges. I like to just tickle it on using light pressure from underneath. So instead of going on top, because that'll just bring that shadow up more, you're going to come in from underneath and just soften it. Now that I've got those two eyes done with the first shade, I'm going to open my eyes and just make sure that they're both even. For example, I feel like I need to take this one slightly up a bit more so you can see it when I open my eyes, and then just even this one out. So it's important that you do go in and do this step because it'll help your eyeshadow look more cohesive. The next up for the next shade, I'm going to be using this here brush from Peel Louise. It is the 198 brush. This comes in the Worldy collection. I'm so excited to use this because I haven't used these brushes yet. It's a small little blending brush, which I think will be amazing just to get on that line with the next shade. And it's just look how compact and tiny this is. Like, if you were going on holiday at some point, like, this brush would be perfect in comparison to a normal sized brush. Like it. The next shade I'm going to go in with is the shade Rendezvous. It's this pink shade, which will be very nice. So all I'm doing is taking it on the tip of this here brush. And all I'm going to do is run it along that line. Make sure that 50% of the shade that you're using now is on the previous shade and 50% of it's on the skin. And this just makes the blend so nice. So now that the second shade is down, we're going to go in with our outer blend shade. And I'm going to use another Peel Louise brush from the Worldy set. This is the 115 brush. I'm going to go in with the shade Bow Down from the Secret Center palette, and I'm going to take it on the tip of this brush. And all I'm doing is same as I did before, 50% on that shade, 50% on the skin, but taking this one right up into the brow. Forgot to mention, whenever you were doing that, just have really light pressure again, just to blend it. You want the lightest pressure because it is the one that is blending into your skin. Now I'm going to go onto the lid and I'm going to go in with the Blank Canvas by P. Louise and Mimi Mitchell. And I'll take a bit just to cut the crease. Now, you don't need that much of this product, like that probably would be too much. Thing is, I'm going to be using one of the Crisp Finish paints, but obviously not with this. I'm going to go in with the matching brush because I like to have a little bit of colour coordination. So all I'm going to do is take this Blank Canvas on the tip of the brush. I'm going to stamp out my crease first. So what I have to do is look down and stamp. Sorry that I'm concentrating so much, I just don't want to mess it up. And the best thing to do is make sure whenever you open your eye you can see that the crease has been cut. And you can see it, which to be fair, I did quite a good job. So all I'm going to do is pack the colours on in reverse order like I did it in the outer blend. I'm going in with the PC22 and I'm going to take that shade Love Shy and I'm just going to pack over that shade there. So it looks like that. I'm going to go in with this here Zoeva brush. It's just like a nice flat fluffy brush. Just to apply the shade Rendezvous there. So yeah, I'm just going to pack it on. Taking the shade Bow Down. I think I'm getting somewhere with it anyway. But I'm going to use any angled brush is going to be fine. I'm just taking the shade Love Shy and I'm just going to basically cap the crease. So I've just put those shadows on in diagonal order and that's what we've got. I tried my best. So now that that's done, I'm going to add a little bit of sparkle. I'm going to go in with the Beauty by Living My Best Light Liquid Crystals in the shade Moonstone. And I'm going to take a bit of that onto my metal palette here. Now I've got this here fine little brush. It's from Snazaroo. It's like a face paint brush. But I love to use this one because it does not move. Basically, it's like a very hard brush. And I'm going to go in and where I cut the crease, I'm just going to draw a nice line. So next up, I'm going to go under my eye. Now, I'm going to wait to do my under eye until after I do my skin makeup. But first of all, I'm going to go with my waterline because it's easier to do. I go in with the Crisp Finish in the shade Sexy Chili. It's a nice turquoisey shade. So I'm going to go in with this brush from P. Louise and Mimi Mitchell. It's the Acid Rain Brush Collection. I'm going to put that in my waterline. And the waterline, I think, just makes it pop more. So there we have the eyes done for now. I'm going to go in and quickly do my brows. I've got 4 lovely products here. I've got the Pink Honey Glue, P. Louise Brow Pencil, the Brow Brow Gel and the Fix Plus as well from MAC in like a little sample. So I'm just going to take any spoolie at the minute, you know, just has nothing on it. Normally I would use the P. Louise one, but I've got a little bit of Pink Honey Brow Soap in there. So I'm just going to brush through the brows just to make sure there's nothing in them. So all I do is use the brow pencil and I just fill in any gaps that's in my brows. I think I need to get a new brow pencil. I'm going to take from the middle section and just draw a line under the brow just to give a bit more structure underneath. I don't need to worry too much about the top half because I'm going to fluff it up anyway. I've had to change my brow pencil because the other one ran out. So I'm using the Be Perfect Indestructible brow pencil, which I also love, so I'm not going to be too fussed about it running out of the P. Louise one. So then I'm going to go in with my Also Brightful Brow Gel in the shade Mochaccino. And I'm just going to put a lot of it in the front half. I'm going to go in with my Pink Honey Brow Glue. I'm going to take the MAC Fix Plus, just going to spray it into my honey glue. Few wee sprays. Just going to work it in like this. I'm probably going to need to order some more pink honey as well because this one seems to be getting very done nearly. And then I like to just brush up the brows like that. So whenever I get to the side here, I just kind of comb them out. So because I've used this spoolie before, I'm going to take it and all I do is go through that brow glue, just comb them up again and then down. Because it's a smaller spoolie, it grabs into the brow hairs more, and then all I do is take the side of the brush and just go around. And then I have my lovely stuck up thick beautiful brow. So now we're going to be doing skin. I've done this a couple of months ago, but now I've updated it. I've got better products, better techniques to teach you guys. So yeah, Woohoo, let's go. So for primer, I'm using the Benefit Professional Primer that I got from Declan for Christmas, and all I'm doing is just going to take part of it on my finger and just put this in my T-zone, because this is where I'm the most oily. So I just use my finger because it's easier that way, because I'm only putting it in specific parts of my face. So I'm just putting it in my T-zone, and it's just such a good primer to control any oil. So this is a good primer for you if you've got oily skin. Another product I would normally use is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, but today I'm going to go in with the Peaches Makeup Goddess Illuminator, because I would like to be illuminated today, because this is a very kabam eyeshadow look. So I'm going to take a little squirt of it on my metal palette. I'm ready out of this, and I'm just going to work it like that, just to spread it out, so then I can place it everywhere on my face. Now I like to go in with a big fluffy brush. This is one from the Beauty Bay Iconics brush collection. So I just like to put this illuminator all over my face, focusing it a lot on the cheeks, because that's where you want to be the most glowy. Next, I'm going to go in with my foundation, and I'm going to be using the NARS Retro Radiant Foundation in the shade Punjab, another Christmas present that Declan got me. Since I got this foundation, I've been using it non-stop, and I actually love it to death. If you haven't got this product, you need to get it and try it, because it's amazing. So again, just my metal palette, and honestly, the amount that you don't actually need a whole lot of this product. Like, this will probably do me. I'm using the PC15 brush, and I'm just going to shear it out on the palette before I put it on my face. I always start with my cheeks, because I find it's the easiest place to start to cover. So I like to just take a few dabs, and then I'm holding the brush closely to the bristles and just packing the foundation all over my face. I tend to avoid under my eyes to begin with, but because I've got this like pink line, I need to go under to cover it anyway. And then I like to just bring it down, and I always bring it over my chin and across my cupid's bow. Whenever it comes to the nose, I push it in. I don't cover it, I just push it, and then I bring it back out. So push and then bring it out. The reason why I don't go to my eye is because sometimes I mess up like that. But yeah, I'm going to be shearing that out, and I like to just buff it. Whenever I get here, I like to just give it a little wiggle on the ear and along the jawline, just a little wiggle. As you can see, I've covered a good part of my face with a little amount of product. Went the same, and I'm going to do the same on this side. This brush is a fluffy domed shaped brush. So now that I've done this two sides of my face, I like to go up here. So I like to start in the center of my forehead. I like to just shear it out over my forehead, because I don't want too much of it on my forehead. Taking any product that I have, any other product that I have, and just bringing it down here. Now, as you can see, I have nothing on my nose, and you're not supposed to apply foundation directly to your nose, because it is an area that can get quite oily and can crack a bit. So what I do is any excess, so I'll be brushing any excess all down my neck and my ears. Then I'll take the brush, and because it has the product particles in it, it still has enough to cover the nose without it being too much. I'll show you how much I've got left. I've still got a good lot left on that palette. So this foundation is something that, it is an investment. I think it's like 30 something pound, £28, £32, and I'm not sure, obviously, whenever I'm talking about it, I put the prices on. Yeah, it's definitely an investment, because you barely need any to cover your face. So next up, I'm going to go in with the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and I use the shade Custard, and I'm going to go in with the PC51, this flat concealer brush. What I do is use little tiny amounts, and I just put this under my eye. So I literally just tap it under my eye like that, where I would normally have creasing. I then go in with a small fluffy brush, this is the PC18, and I just basically buff it in to the skin. Next up, I'm going to go in with some other concealers. I use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop contour concealers, and I have the shade True Beige and the shade Vanilla. This is the shade that matches my skin. This is the one that's a few shades lighter. So what I'm going to do is just go over like any acne dots I have, and all I do is put that there, and then I tap it on with that same fluffy brush. And that's just because it's the same shade of my skin, it just blends. And now, something that a lot of people don't know is that you need to use two concealers. One to actually conceal your pore, and then one to brighten. You want something to lift your eyes. This is the shade Vanilla, it's lighter. But I like to just take this under my lip, above my lip, on my tip of my nose, 3 dots there, And then I will put a bit here after, but I'd like to blend this bit first. And the next thing you need to do is I literally just take it here and I bring it up. And also this will help shape your eyeshadow look too. Whenever I come to this part, I use a denser brush. This is the PC29. It's still quite fluffy, but it's dense. And I just basically press that into the skin and bring it up. Round it up at the temples, like that. I also do bring it in here just to kind of completely cover that area to make it brighter. Now, of course, whenever we come back in to do the under eye, I will tidy up there and make sure that the eyeshadow is the way I want it to be. So whenever I'm finished the concealer, I'm just going to take the foundation brush and wherever I had the concealer, kind of just blending the edges. The next up is your cream bronzing and your cream contouring. If you do that, I have been using this recently. Normally I would be using a dark shade of the NYX contour concealer things. I got this in the Black Friday deals. It's the Nudies Roll Over Face Colour Bronzer thing in the shade Bondi Bay. I'm just going to put that in my contouring areas. I like to just run it along the nose, whack it on my cheekbones, and literally all around the face, connecting it down. Now, I look like a mad woman, I'm aware, but it works. The brush that I love to use whenever it comes to cream contour, cream bronzer is the PC21. It's this angled brush, fits perfectly in that shape. A tip I want to say, whenever you are contouring, whenever you're using contour or bronzer, don't go back and forth. That's what creates this smutty effect. Tap and bring it up. Tap and bring it up. I get up to here, I just kind of wiggle it because I don't really care. I just wiggle it into the skin. So next up, I'm going to go in with cream blush. Now, you don't have to do this, but I recommend, if you want to up your skin look, go in with a cream blush. Now, this is the P. Louise coloured base in the shade Cute and Coral. And I've been using it as a cream blush and I love it. I just take up with my finger and dab it. And I just tap it onto that cheek. Like that. And then I take another finger, like a clean finger, to pat it in and bring it up. Creates that melted effect easier, whereas if I was using a brush, it would just kind of look patchy. Just put too much of it on and it wouldn't be where I wanted it to be. Any excess I like to put on my nose. If you know me, I love a blusher on my nose, so just tap it in. I'm going to use a PC27, it's like any fluffy brush, and just to pat over that to melt it into the skin, especially on the nose because it's hard to blend with your fingers in your nose, like honestly. Next up, I'm going to go in with a highlighter. I'm using the Get Wet highlighter underneath my skin, and then I'm going to go on top of the powder. But this is the shade Do You, which is this nice like champagne colour, which is beautiful. I tend to not use beauty blenders all that much because I get scared of them after seeing all those weird videos, so I use this brush that looks like a beauty blender. So I'm going to go in with this Primark setting spray. This is the glow setting mist. I have the glow one and the mattifying one. I'm going to use the glow one because highlighter you want it to be glowing, so just spray a few times to make it nice and wet. I'm going to swirl it around like that. Just dab it on as a highlight. So now that we've done with the cream products, time to go in and set everything. I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Banana Bread. Now I go in with two different brushes. This is the PC28 brush. It's a small fluffy brush and I like to use this under my eye. I put this in my T-zone areas as well. So then I'm going to go in with this PC16. This is just like a nice fluffy brush and I like to just kind of carve under that there. Next up, I'm going to go in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish bronzer in the shade Dark Tan. I'm going to be using this PC04 brush just to tap it on like so. And all I'm going to do is just bronze up my face. Next up for blush, I'm going to go in with the Beauty Babe blusher in the shade Peachy, and I'm just taking my PC03 brush and I'm just going to put that on my cheeks. I'm also going to go with the MAC Extra Dimension blush in the shade Hush Toned because it's got a bit of a sparkle to it, so I like to just go in with that. I'm taking a Doll Beauty highlight in the shade Shine Bright with a PC17 brush, and I'm just going to stick that on and on my lovely highlighting areas. So now that we've finished our skin, I'm going to go back in, finish off my eyes with you guys and fix my brows as well. Go in with the PC32 brush. This is any normal pencil brush. The shade Love Shy, and all I'm going to do is pack that on close to the waterline I'm not going to go into the waterline because we've got that lovely sexy chili shade. I'm going to go in with the shade Rendezvous with the 198 brush, just taking it on the tip of that brush, and I'm just going to blend that out. Finally, I'm going to with the P. Louise 115 brush, and I'm going to take the shade Bow Down, blend that all together like that. Now I'm going to put mascara on, but first I'm going to use my eyelash curlers. These are ones just I got from Avon. And just curl. I'm going to go in with my Be Perfect by Lana mascara. This is the new one because I went through the other one and I've done it again. I'm leaving it for now. I'm just going to let that dry in before I pick it off because this is what happens to me. So whilst I wait for that mascara to dry so I can get rid of it, I'm going to go in into my lips, and I'm using the P. Louise lip kit, and this is the I think this is the business class. This is the shade Heights, but I'm using the lip kit. So there we guys have the finished look. I've took my hair down, but it's a bit of a puff bottom in it, so please excuse the mess that is my hair. This is the lovely cut crease pinky purple orange look that I created. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, so we'll figure that out. I genuinely love it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys liked the video, please do give me a thumbs up. Leave a lovely comment below. If you have any ideas you want to do, any kind of looks you want to see, let me know, and I will try and do my best to give you a tutorial on them. And don't forget to subscribe to see more videos. Guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.